Hey, good morning. So, part 2 of Where's Abram? So, where we left off was I took the pregnancy test. So, I took the pregnancy test, you guys. And when I took that pregnancy test, it came out positive. And I'm sitting there, mind is blown. Because I'm like, I just took one Saturday. It is Wednesday. Or it was Wednesday or Thursday. I can't remember. But, how did it change that quickly? So, I took the test. It came out positive. I finally answered the phone because he was calling. Because I guess he had got word that I had been over where the wife was or whatever. He kept calling. Then his brother calls. And he kept calling. So then I finally answered his call. And he's like, man, what's going on? Yada, yada. I ain't with nobody else. I've been doing this. I've been doing that. He's just saying all types of stuff. So I'm sitting here like, nah, don't play with me. I'm like, I went and met her because she been calling me and doing all this for the past couple of days, trying to tell me that y'all married, what have you. He's like, and I was like, you know what? I said, I just took a test, a pregnancy test. I came out with it as I was talking. I was like, and it came out positive. Y'all, he started laughing. And he's like, now do you believe me about me not being married? So I'm like, I didn't know what to say because I'm like, you still gonna lie. Even though I know you know that I went and saw the marriage certificate, you know, all this stuff, but you still gonna lie just because I turned out pregnant. No, you just a messed up type of person. So I'm like, don't lie to me. I'm not stupid. You married, yada, yada, yada. I said, and it's crazy because it don't even seem like you be around this girl. I don't even know what the case is with y'all. And I really don't care. I don't want to be with you no more. I was like, at that point, I was so upset. I was like, I don't want to go through with this or whatever. And he's like, you ain't doing nothing. You that's my baby. You gonna have it. You gonna do this and that. And I'm like, I'm like, whatever. So mind you, I was gonna have a baby because I ain't no type person. I don't be wanting to do that type stuff. I mean, you know, I'm not against it. Believe me, but I was gonna have her. Well, okay. I was just gonna fall off. He wasn't gonna never hear from me again. But so after that, I actually left, and the brother, because I don't know where he was, because he didn't meet up with me that day. The brother met up with me, and he kept trying to tell me too. And I'm like, bruh, because, you know, I treated him like he was my brother. I was like, why y'all just lied? Like, I understand you got to take up for your brother, this and that, but man, it's some serious stuff. Like, now I'm pregnant and your brother is, you know, married, you know, and he's like, well, you know, nah, he ain't with that girl, this and that. You know, he trying to take up his brother the whole time. So I'm like, man, all y'all full of shit. So I leave and I come home and I just go blank on everybody. Like, literally nobody heard from me for the longest. And I was just around, like, I would answer the phone if he wanted, like, this is what he did. So for the next couple of months, every month, I'd be like, where the money is so I can go do what I gotta do. He'd be like, how far along is you? He'd be like, I tell him, he'd be like, I'll call you back. So it got to where I was at a point I couldn't do anything if I wanted to, which I wouldn't. I was just upset, and I was like, I'm gonna make him feel how I feel or whatever. So after that, he's like, that last month, he called me. He's like, how far along? That's like 5, and you know I can't, you know how far along I can quit playing. And then he's like, now we can talk. So he started talking. He's like, oh, you having my baby now? Ain't nothing you can do about it. He's like, but I ain't with her, yada yada, sure, I love you. You know, he's saying all types of stuff. Mind you, I hadn't really been dealing with him that whole time after I found out he was married, you know. And he's like, and he starts telling me, you know, about the situation. He's like, yeah, he's like, when I was in the service, you know, the same scenario, but he told me that's why he got married, because he didn't want to stay in the dorm. He got more benefits, all this stuff. So he starts telling me, the other, you know, men, she may have did ask him that, and that's just his scapegoat on why he got married. Like, he ain't, but to me, okay, he was never with her. So it's like it may have been that type of agreement. I don't know. And it turned into them being together fully. Afterwards, he started caring, may have got her pregnant, what have you, and they did start caring about each other or whatever. That's not none of my business. But when it come down to it, the only business that I wanted to take care of is what were we going to do as far as her, my daughter. That's my baby. I was going to keep it, what have you. I'm going to rock this out by myself or with you, whatever we're going to do. Because at this point, I'm sitting here like, man, I didn't want to have another child out of wedlock and it be a second baby daddy. I wanted to be the person that I'm with. I felt obligated to try to be with him, but I didn't in the beginning because like we still weren't. I wasn't letting him stay with me. I wasn't sleeping with him. I didn't do none of that. So whenever it was time for me to have her, he called and he was like, I want to come help you. Just, until you get back on your feet with the baby. At first I was like, no, have you talked to the girl? He's like, I'm not with her. I done told you I'm not with her, yada, yada, yada. You already see that I was there with you or I was doing what I was doing at the time. I wasn't with her. So I'm like, okay. So mind you, she's still trying to call me. She's like, oh, he don't want no junior. Because she called me one day and I told her, I was pregnant, what have you. She's like, oh, he don't want no junior, yada, yada. She trying to throw it out there because she was saying, she didn't want my child to be named after him if it was a boy or whatever. So mind you, I had found out it was a girl. But so after that, he's calling me. He's like, I'm gonna come help you. He's like, I know you don't want to deal with me, but I just want to come and help you. I'm gonna stay for a little bit just till you get better. I said, oh, that's fine. I was like, because at first I was like, man, this is not good. You can come by and check on the baby, but I'll be okay. I got family members that'll help me because my family, they was going to make sure I was okay regardless. But he was like, no, I want to be there. I want to help. I want to be there whenever you have her. So I was like, all right. So that day I went and got him that day. So he came to my home. And I think that same week I had a cesarean. So he was there. He was in there. He held her. Everything. Best daddy ever. When I tell you, she was laying on him like the whole time I was in the hospital. He made sure she was okay. He cleaned my wound, like my where I had been cut it. He done all that. Like he was literally the best person ever during that time. Taking care of me, cooking, making sure my baby was okay. Got him a job. He was doing it all. Like, yeah, A1. So after a little bit, he was kind of fussing because he during that time you can't have any during for 6 weeks. So it was like I think he was like, dang, like you gotta do something, yada yada. And I'm like, at that point I'm like, I don't even want to do it because I'm still thinking about everything that I went through. Mind you, I hadn't been with him in the longest because of that reason. Like I feel like, no, I don't want to be the woman that's being with a man. Even though I let him come to the house, I still wouldn't, intimate, none of that stuff because I was like, this just ain't right. Even if you ain't with the girl, you still, So he started, saying stuff. Then he went missing again. Yeah, he come to find that I went to the girl house that I had run-ins back in the day before. Mind you, I got a cut and everything. Me and my friend got in the car. I'm still healing. Because he just went out for that day because he was like, baby, I'm going to go out and chill with my friends and stuff. He still talked to me like we was together even though I was really over it. And I was like, yeah, go chill with your brother. You done took care of my baby. You been doing everything and I appreciate you. You just go, don't worry about me. I'm going to be okay. So he leaves. He's gone for like 2 or 3 days. And after that, so I goes to the girl house, y'all. Nobody comes to the door, but no, that night before, yeah, he had took my car and went down. So I didn't have no car, so my friend came and got me. And because he had my car. And I pulls up at the girl house that night before. That's what happened. And I leaves a note on my car. And I'm mad. I'm knocking on doors, everything. Nobody coming. So then the next morning, me and my friend, we piled up in the car. Yep, y'all, I'm sorry. We piled up in the car. And we went back down the road. But y'all want to know what happened? Make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all like, share, comment. Blow this up so we can find Abram. Where he at? Because I need you to come to the front. Because my daughter needs some help with her college education, and we got to try to figure out what we need to do to get this for her. So where you at? Y'all find him.